Where are the Pop-Tarts?
I used them all up.
What do you mean you used them all up? It's not Pop-Tarts with Papa without Pop-Tarts.
Chill. I used them all to create something really beautiful. Presenting to you, Pop-Tart Nachos. That's right. Here is a combo of strawberry fudge and brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tart bites with marshmallow fluff, strawberry icing, and sprinkles. Delicious.
Madam, that's why they pay you the big bucks. What's up, everyone? My name is Papa.
And I'm Lena. Welcome back to another awesome episode of Pop-Tarts with Papa. Today, we're gonna be kicking off our episode with something we're gonna call good choice or bad choice.
Come on, that's right. And this is how it works. Our awesome camera crew have selected a few random videos for us to watch. And they pause them at the right time for us to figure out if the choice of the person in the video made a good or bad one.
Yeah, and you can play with us too. All you have to do is guess whether the rest of the video will end up being good or bad. Are you ready to watch with us? Here we go with our first video clip. Oh, he's running.
Oh, so what do you think?
I think he might be making a good choice. You know, he's gonna jump over that ledge, lean on his feet like a cat, and it'll all be good.
I can see why you say that, because his feet is planted very firmly, strongly.
Right. Yeah.
And you know, I'm gonna have to say good too. It just looks like something awesome is about to happen.
Yes. Maybe he'll do a flip.
Okay, yeah, I think so too. You know, what if he do a backflip instead
Ooh,
of a front flip?
ooh.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, yeah.
On,
Okay, let's see.
Yes.
Oh! That wasn't too great. He did do a flip.
Yeah.
But it wasn't what we were expecting.
He did a flip on his face, but we don't need to talk about that.
Okay, let's watch our next video.
I'm for it.
Let's do it.
They're getting ready to race. Oh.
I would say that they're probably making a bad choice. I'm not trying to judge, but they just don't look like skilled trampolinists. What do you think? It's like amateur hour out there.
I'm not saying you are wrong, but I'm also not saying you're right.
Okay, so you're saying I'm wrong.
Come on now. Would I dare do that to you?
Maybe, sometimes.
Okay. But anywho, for me personally, the way they're having a race, what it looks like.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking, you know, the daughter gonna win, and I think they both gonna make it to the other side of the trampoline.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going with good.
Okay, let's see.
Hopefully I get this right this time.
They're getting ready to race. Oh.
Well, they definitely both didn't make it to the other side of the trampoline, but you were right, the daughter did win.
Boy, the mother sure did eat a lot of trampolines. She probably got some springs in her teeth. Boy. All right, on to the next one.
Let's do it.
Hopefully I get this one right.
Hopefully. I think he's making a bad choice because what I see happening is that ball hits the backboard and then hits him in the face.
But it's a trick shot.
How do you know? It could be a trick shot fail.
Just from what it looks like, he held the ball in his hand and he kicked it with his feet.
Oh, so you're confident in his ability?
So he kicked it off the backboard into the rim. Gotta be.
No, I say he kicked it off the backboard into his face.
You see how smooth that transition into that kick was?
No.
Come on.
I didn't see it. I'm not a sports person. I don't know.
Man, this is like dude perfect. Come on, it was a perfect kick.
Okay. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, wow.
I don't want to watch another video. I'm consistently getting all these wrong.
That one was pretty good because it bounced off his head, but into the other goal. So we were both kind of right.
So so I missed that end part, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I looked, but didn't look that hard. and so long as I'm still right, it's a win for me.
Okay. It was a little bit of a plot twist. They had you thinking it was gonna go wrong, and then it went really well.
You right. All right, here's the last video.
Okay, let's check it out.
Okay.
Hello. Hi, super random question. I'm so sorry to bother you. I'm just wondering how much you pay for rent here.
Oh.
Yeah, I know it's kind of personal.
$1,200.
Yeah, oh, and you don't own it? You pay $1,200 here?
What? You just asked them how much they pay for rent? It's kind of a personal question, don't you think?
But either way, before we get into all...
Okay.
What do you think about to happen right here? Is it going to be good or bad?
I think it might be bad.
Okay.
That's like a edgy question. People don't really like talking about their finances that much.
Right.
And for a stranger, I think they're strangers. For him to just show up and be like, how much you pay for rent? Maybe he's like trying to buy a house on the block, so he's like wondering, you know?
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna say good as well, even though he walking like, I do this, you know? Like I throw out racks all the time, you know?
Yeah.
Like I got racks on racks just to throw out racks.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I don't think, I feel like he got that kind of, posture, demeanor,
Yeah.
attitude, swagger, you know?
Ooh, yeah, swagger. Good word.
I'm trying, I'm gonna get
You're
there.
doing
I'm gonna get
great.
there.
Okay, let's see.
figure out.
Okay. Cool. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
That's a lot of money.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There you go.
Whoa.
Oh, that's for your next rent
He
payment.
really,
You said $1,200, right? Yeah.
Why?
Wait a minute.
he just gave that man $1,200,
For rent.
but just out of nowhere, he just showed up.
A random guy just popped out the blue. How much you pay for your rent?
$1,200.
$1,200. You see, I got a wad of cash right here, you know?
That's crazy. That's really good.
Right, like hit him with that, hey, Ben Franklin's about to be your cousin. You know, that's...
Right.
Well, that's all our videos. Man, I wonder if this was a battle at all for this guy. I don't know about you, but it would have been hard for me to travel from home to home, giving my money to random strangers.
Right. I mean, instead of being selfish and using your money for what you want, this man made a real sacrifice to ensure that someone else had the same security that he had, which reminds me of a Bible story. You thinking what I'm thinking?
Of course. This reminds me of the story of Esther, who had to make one good decision to sacrifice her own life, but ensure the safety of so many others.
That's right. This story can be found in our Bibles in the book of Esther. And trust me, it's got a bunch of characters and plot twists to make this one exciting movie.
Yeah.
To break it down, we're going to give you the Spark Notes version of it.
Come on. It starts with a Jewish girl named Esther, who was raised by her uncle named Mordecai.
Yeah, but here's the catch. Although they were both Jewish, they actually lived in the land of Persia, which was ruled by King Xerxes. And what's cool is that Xerxes made Esther his queen.
Yeah, but it wasn't all rainbows, sprinkles, and unicorns. The palace could be a dangerous place. You see, it was actually against the law to appear before the king without permission. Anyone who came unannounced could be killed. Now, this wasn't just true for commoners, but this was true for Esther too.
Yeah, we think it's weird too. She's the queen, but she still can't see her husband without permission.
Now, let's introduce you to another man in this story. This man is named Haman. Okay, calm down. Not to be confused with Pastor Mike Haman. This man was second in command over the whole kingdom, and everyone was afraid of him. Everyone except Mordecai, and that's it.
For some reason, Haman hated Mordecai and decided to get rid of him and all the Jews once and for all. How would he do this? Well, he got the king to sign a law saying that the Jews could be killed on a certain day of the year.
Sound awful, doesn't it? God's people was in terrible trouble, and as soon as Mordecai heard this, he raced over to Esther to tell her the news. Let's see what the conversation was like. Open your Bibles to Esther 4:13 through 17. All right, give me a second. All right, I'm gonna wait for you. I found mine, so hopefully you found it. All right. Then Mordecai told them to reply to Esther. Do not think to yourself that in the king's palace you will escape any more than all the other Jews. For if you keep silent at this time, relief and deliverance will rise from the Jews from another place. But you and your father's house will perish. And who knows whether you have come to the kingdom for such a time as this? Then Esther told them to reply to Mordecai, Go, gather all the Jews to be found in Susa, and hold a fast on my behalf, and do not eat or drink for 3 days, night or day. And I and my young women will also do as you do. And then I will go to the king, though it is against the law, and if I perish, I perish. And Mordecai then went away and did everything Esther had ordered him to. Now look, she had every reason to cling to her security. She had a great life of stability in the palace.
Yeah, and let's just point out one thing right now. It's one thing for her to choose to go boldly before the king, but if she didn't, that's also a choice too. Her silence is a passive choice that shows a lack of courage to do the right thing.
Yeah, and Mordecai knew this. He knew that whatever choice she made would be pivotal for the rest of God's people. And he reminds her of this in Esther 4:14 by saying, what if God brought you to this place for such a time as this?
That's right, which we want to challenge you now with this question. Where you are now, who you are. What if God has positioned you where you are today for such a time as this, to make one good decision to make an impact on the lives of other people?
Yeah, but here's the thing. If you say yes to the call in your life and obediently and courageously do what God asks you to do, it ripples into the lives of those around you and make a big kingdom impact. And that's what our bottom line is today. One good choice makes a difference.
Now, let's see if Esther makes that one good choice to make a difference. We see in scripture that Esther fasted and prayed for 3 days, and afterwards, she courageously goes before the king. That's right. She chose to do the right thing, even though she could have been killed.
Thankfully, she didn't get hurt. And the king was happy to see her. And in that moment, she invited the king to dinner and asked if Haman could be a part as well. He said yes, and so the invite goes out to him.
Meanwhile, Haman was busy putting a pole up in his yard that he was planning to use to kill Mordecai. Soon, the invitation to go to a dinner with the king and queen arrives, and he heads to the palace.
Yeah, and once he arrived, he was chowing down on some turkey legs, mashed potatoes, and cheesecake. Boy, cheesecake sounds amazing right now. And the king then asks Esther, what do you want? And in that moment, she asks for the king to save her life.
That's right. In this moment, she tells the king that someone is trying to kill her. The king asks who would kill his queen, and she reveals that it's Haman. He had no idea that she was a Jew and that the new law would eliminate her.
As you can imagine, the king wasn't happy with Haman, and he got the guards to hang Haman on the same pole he made for Mordecai.
See that? Esther's one good and brave choice saved all the Jews. Her decision to flee her security and think of others helped save the lives of her people. That's the kind of impact we can have on the lives of others. When we choose to encourage a friend, bring a neighbor to church, pray for someone, or give a listening ear, we make a conscious decision to make the good choice to stand instead of sit. And we can make a great impact in God's kingdom.
Come on, that's good. It's like a domino effect. The very first domino has to fall in the right direction for it to impact the rest of the dominoes. The same goes for our good decision. Just think, if you invite someone to church and they accept Jesus and rightly live for God and obey him, they too can make a good decision that can affect others too.
Yeah, the possibilities are endless.
That's right. That's why our bottom line is a good choice makes a difference.
I love this lesson, just like I love these Pop-Tart Nachos.
Come on. Man, speaking of nachos, we want to hear from you. So in the next few weeks, Lena and I will be baking up some Pop-Tarts. And we want to know, what should we fill them with? Should they have ramen inside of them? Or should it be fruits? Whatever your crazy suggestions you have, we want to hear about them. So Send your suggestions to kids@healingplacechurch.org by May 24th.
That's right. Get creative with it. We are super excited to hear from you. But until next time, I'm Lena.
I'm Papa, and we're out.